A very good afternoon to all our viewers. We're live from the CCC International Cricket Stadium in Colombo. It's gloomy here in Colombo, but we're just after a short rain break. But there's good news. Play will resume, and play will start with first match here at CCC for the day. It's also the last one of the 100 tour for the Zooters. It's their 7th time here in Sri Lanka, and this will be the final match before their departure. It's the Venezia Strikers taking on the GSC cricket team here in the CCC. The Venezia Strikers won the toss earlier and elected to bat first. So it's the GSC that's on the field at the moment already, awaiting the presence and arrival of the Venezia batting pair. And I'm sure with the rain, the outfield is expected to be a little damp and on the slow side. So I don't expect the ball to be traveling a lot. And good decision really for the bowling team, honestly. I wonder why the Venezia Strikers decided to bat first, considering the fact that there is rain in the looming air. But got to get themselves to a good total in this challenging pitch that's just been recovered from rain. Yes, the pitch was covered up, but at least a little bit of water is expected to soak in. Very good conditions for bowling, very good conditions of swing bowling, as Raghav Rathi is expected to run in for the first over. Nihal Kataria, batter to face, and just like that, it's hit in the air. There is protection down at sweeper cover, but he cannot catch up with that one as it races away for a boundary. So the outfield isn't as slow as we expected, but I'm sure it won't be as fast as we saw in the last 3 days at the CCC. And I'm sure there was a little bit of outswing. It shaped away from the batter, Nihal Kataria, which enforced him to play with an open face. Just like that, he's hit through the line over the mid-off fielder who's running back to save that boundary. And just as I've said, the outfield isn't as fast, so they've got to do a little more running. The batters, they need to be aware that the ball will hold. What the bowler's got to do is make full use of these conditions. It's not that hot. It's ideal humid conditions for bowling. These two have got to make the ball do the work. Raghav Rathi going for 5. The first couple of balls. He'll want to get back into this. Was full, hits him on the pads, but an inside edge saves him. So single. So it wasn't an inside edge. It's been judged leg-wise by the umpire. I wonder if it was hitting outside the line of off. That probably was the case for the batter, and it saved him. So Nihal Kataria is striking at 250 at the moment. Just a couple of balls he's faced. He'll love to exploit the surface. So a slip fielder who's it first slip has been taken out to another covers. So there's a very weird field that's been set. I wonder what that field is for. The covers has been brought in very close to the batsman. Just like that. There's a little bit of shape out. Quick single down to mid wicket. So the batters are running well. But I wonder what that field change was. There was a short extra cover who was patrolling the boundary of the 30-yard circle. And another sort of covers field just to the left of him. And in front. So possible tactics for the fielding team. Nikhil Anchalkar trying to get off the mark, but not been allowed by Raghav Radhi. Just gone for the 6 in his 5 balls. Radhi want to finish well this over. So prompts the batters to drive. So another quick single down to mid-off for the Venezia strikers as they get underway after the first over. They're 7 for no loss. Meet Shah to bowl the second over. Left arm orthodox, getting the outside edge. I wonder if that was deliberate from Nikhil Anchalkar. Just sort of opening the face of the bat. In the end, buys. So it wasn't an outside edge. I thought deflected off the outside half of the bat, but he was trying to get to the line of the ball and sort of glided through the third man region. So some tactics from the GSC cricket team to bring in spin very early on this matchup. Left arm orthodox, probably to face Nihal Kataria, getting hit on the thigh pad there. Dot ball for Meet Shah. Wonder if he's finding it tough to grip the ball. Know how wet the outfield is. Just like that, it's bowled wide. Trying to get some purchase off the track, Meet Shah. There are a few cracks opening up in the pitch. We've been using the same pitch for 4 days, so the pitch has to have deteriorated. What a beauty that was by Meet Shah. Just as I've said that he's got to exploit the track. He's exploited the cracks, and mind you, he's got some turn on that one. It turned a long way from leg stump. It hit the outside off stump. And the first wicket falls for the Venezia strikers. What a breakthrough that is for the GSC cricket team. Venezia strikers have lost their first. They're 1 down for 10. Rajiv Haryani, the new batter for the Venezia Strikers, just coming in at number 3 very early on into this innings. Misha already has a breakthrough in his first over. Trying to play that late is Rajiv Haryani. Not getting a bat on that one. So he'll want to get underway as quickly as possible. Conventional field for him. Fired in by Misha. Looking for that quick single off the drop and run, but Fielder's up to the task. So good pressure from GSC, restricting the Venezia Strikers to 10 in the first couple of overs and even picking up a wicket. They've asserted early dominance here. Looking to flick that one. Wonder if that was pad first. Eventful over for the Venezia Strikers as that's a couple done. We're 1 for 10. Leg by is the call, so they're getting extras. The Venezia Strikers, they're trying to take things over. Not much happening for them just yet. Just a single boundary that they've ended up with. So, stuff to do for them. Couple overs left in the power play. They've got to make their mark. They still haven't found the kick to. Trying to play it wide of offer is Rajiv Haryani, not getting enough connection, hitting the inside slice of the bat, heading to the leg side. So Rajiv Haryani in the air, just short of the fielder at short mid. Possible overthrows, but no. So playing tentatively is Haryani. It's just come in. Is got to play a bit more cautiously, Haryani. He's got to find the groove, which he hasn't settled into just yet. Trying to cut that one through cover point. Very lazy from the fielder at cover point. You usually place your best fielders there. It obviously wouldn't have enough legs to go towards the boundary. Courtesy rain. So another couple of runs added to the strikers' total. Foolish delivery, hitting the pads but a bit too high on that occasion. So not playing on the line of the ball is Haryani. trying to slash at everything at the moment. Can't do that. Not especially with this new ball. So the sun has finally come out over Colombo. Expecting the remainder of this match to be crucial. Just prodding his bat outside the off stump, hanging it there. That is the end of the third. 13 for 1. Dawal Shah, the new bowler, off the top edge for Nikhil Anchalkar. That has enough legs to reach the boundary. Using the pace of the bowler, slashing at it outside off and getting a good piece of that outside edge. So the second boundary for the Venezia strikers. They'll take it any way they come at the moment. It's the last over of the first power play. They've got to take maximum use of it. Full toss met with hit with a lot of authority, but there is a fielder down at sweeper covers who puts his body on the line to stop that one. That was hit hard by Anshalkar. Unfortunately, that boundary is patrolled by a fielder. Hitting through the line straight to the bowler is Rajiv Haryani. So still to get underway, Haryani. Is it a couple only of the 10 deliveries, and he'll want to get up with the scoring rate. Yorker well kept out. Quick single taken. Direct hit. Almost costing overthrows, but good run. Very good running from the batting pair. Gliding it. Placing it down to deep third man. Just a single for Anshalkar. Gets off to the other end. Full toss again. This time straight to mid off. Ran out. I wonder if it's given. It isn't. So he's safe. Is the batter. Just a little bit late in terms of gathering the ball and passing it on to the stumps. The bowler. Nonetheless, the batter survives. It's the end of 4. The strikers are 21 for 1. 1 for 21 after 4 overs, the strikers. That was the end of the first power play. And don't think they'll be too pleased with what they've ended up with. So they've opted to go for medium pace here. Swing and a miss from Rajiv Haryani. Just trying to slash at that. As we're met with another few other dark clouds. This time a bit too straight by Amit Shah. Just drifting down the leg side. I want to pick up another wicket as soon as possible. GSC have done well in restricting the opposition to less than run a ball in the first power play. And another wicket would be ideal. Just getting a little bit of pad there. Couple of runs for the strikers. So leg byes will be called. So he's got to be a little bit more accurate, Amit Shah. He's just drifting down the leg side a teeny bit. And is bowling to the left-hander, so he's changed sides. Outside off, leaving the batter hanging. Would have loved to get some bat on that, Haryani. Even an edge would have brought him a couple of runs. No slip in place. There's a lot of margin for error. Bowling it into the batsman. Good bowling this from Amit Shah. The change of sides has worked. The change of angles is come over the wicket, and he's got his lines and lengths accurate. This time worked away off his hips. Single down to fine leg. That concludes 5 overs. The Venezia strikers are 25 for 1.
Right, so it's been a slow and a steady start for Venezia strikers. 25 for the loss of 1 wicket in just 5 overs. It's been a disciplined bowling effort so far from GSC cricket team. Nikhil and Rajiv, the 2 batters out there in the middle. They lost a wicket early on, the first couple of overs, if I'm not mistaken. But from there onwards, these 2 batters have been touched too slow, but they've steadied things up. Nikhil is on 7 and Rajiv Haryani, a 5 of 17 for him. But on the other end, Meet Shah picking up a wicket early on. Just 1 run given away in his over, and he picked up a wicket as well. So 5 bowlers being used by the GSC cricket team to bowl these 5 overs. Oh, gone is it? Yes, it is. Straight back at the bowler. And the second wicket goes down. It's Jignesh Patel who took that catch of his own bowling. Hit it straight back, and a good catch, a good reflexes there from Jignesh Patel. Not an easy task at all to take a catch on your own bowling, but he made it look so easy. So the second wicket goes down for 29 runs. And it's Rajiv Haryani who has to depart. He's gone for 5 of 19 deliveries.
Yes, 4 balls to go, 4 to go, 4 balls to go. Thank you. 24 नंबर फोन है हार्दिक नटालिया Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hardik Matalia, he's the new batsman. He's been joined there, Nikhil. GSC cricket team continues to dominate themselves out there in the middle with their bowling. As I mentioned earlier, 5 different bowlers being used, and it's been a very effective ploy so far to have your opposition for 29 runs. Now this time, this will run away for a boundary. First ball against the new batter, if I'm not mistaken, and a very interesting way of playing that stroke, but it's effective. It's gone all the way for a boundary. He was anyway targeting that area. The intentions were quite clear. There's a big vacant region right behind that squalid region. And he exploited that region quite well this time with a very unconventional shot. It's been called wide, and they're running as well. So a couple of runs added to the total there. GSC cricket team, I think at this stage of the game where they have the opposition for 33 runs and they got a couple of wickets as well. Need to keep things very simple. Whatever that they've been doing for these past 5 overs had worked out pretty well for them. So there's absolutely no reason for them to change their strategy, to change their plans, because the plans they've been able to execute them properly and it worked out pretty well for them. Just gonna keep on playing smart and at the same time cricket that is not complicated, just keeping things very simple, bowling wicket to wicket, not giving any width outside the off stump, maintaining that discipline. This time a scoop shot there, but just a simple down towards a short fine leg fielder. And that's the end of the over as well. 6 overs completed, it's 37 for 2.
Thank you, sir.
A huge swing and a miss this time. Amit Shah back with the ball in hand to bowl his second over. So here comes the first bowler to bowl his second over. Hardik Matalia and Nikhil. The two batters are out there in the middle. Need to understand what's on stake here, because right now they're in the 6th over, rather the 7th over, and they don't have much runs on the board. The projected score in our application says that they would end up with 123 runs. But we all know from what we've seen so far in this tournament, anything below 150 is easily chaseable. Doesn't matter where we're playing, whether it's NCC, whether it's CCC. These are good batting surfaces. If you score anything below 150, you just make your bowlers' lives very, very difficult. A slow delivery there from Amit Shah, and almost had the mindset to come back for the second run, but Nikhil says nope. Will settle for just a single. That's a boundary, a welcome boundary for the Venezia strikers. They need more of those for sure. at this stage, and the score goes up to 40 for the loss of 2 wickets now. They played it across the line this time, but hitting the top part of the bat, so not getting that sweet spot there, so it'll be just a single. And that's the end of the over as well. 7 overs completed. It's 45 for 2.
Just tell them that score. हेलो हाँ बोल हाँ हाँ सब
Tossed up below, this has gone up, up, and just away from the fielder. And I'll go all the way for a boundary. Yeah, good save there from the fielder down in the deep, so it'll be just a couple of runs added to the total.
क्या है देखो मी ये
Punched off the back foot once again. Nikhil, 15 off 13 for him.
होटल जाना होटल वरना एंट्री येणार मग
He's trying to
मग
make sure
1 million जीएनएस देऊ एअरपोर्ट जाणार
that they would get to a decent total. Now this time it's gone all the way for another boundary.
आणि बस
Once again, there's a big open gap, a vacant area on the onside behind that square region. So the batter, Nikhil, is not the first time we saw him playing a shot like that. A very unconventional shot where he basically turns towards that square leg side and plays some sort of a straight drive towards the square leg region, which is very unconventional, but they collected couple of boundaries, so seems very effective for him. And in the meantime, the 50 is up for Venezia strikers as well. 52 for 2 in 7.4 overs. Hardik Matalia, who is the one who picked up a couple of boundaries so far. Again, short pitched and slow. And the batters, they don't even bother running right now. It's gone all the way for another boundary. But he's playing a handy knock here, Hardik Matalia, against the bowling of Rajiv Garg. Just dropping it short, touch too slow, and plenty of time for the batter to get an idea on where he should execute this shot. The slowness in his bowling just makes it touch too easy for the batter. Oh, down the ground. almost took the head of the umpire. Quick reflexes there from the umpire as well. But that's a good over. An effective over for Venezia strikers. 8 overs done, 57 for 2. Right. So Vikas Linga to bowl the 9th over. What are we seeing? A bit of leg spin. We'll wait to get the confirmation. Ah, yes. Leg spin on offer. It's always exciting when a leg spinner comes in. And he's bowling at a good and a decent pace as well. Just at the length. Still the first ball. Too early to judge. Yeah, much better, much better. He played it on the back foot. It looks like it's gone all the way for a boundary though. No, just a single. Not very interesting in running between the wickets, these two batters. Just where casual jogs between the wickets. Right, so he's going to come around the wicket, it seems, against the left-hander. So he's going to come around the wicket and get that ball to turn in towards the batter. Was a good attempt there from the batter, but couldn't really get the connection he was looking for. Again, that slowness of the surface just makes it touch too easy for the batters to rock back and play it into that V. And we always talk about when it comes to stroke playing down the ground, the coaches, they always say you've got to play in the V. Oh, that's a good delivery. Turning away from the right hander. Up and over he goes. And it's a boundary to finish things off. 9 overs done, it's 63 for 2. Oh! A drop chance.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Where is in plenty of those. Where is in plenty of those. But this time around, it was a simple enough chance there for the fielder on the offside. Rajiv Garg to bowl his second over. Things have been very slow and steady for Venezia strikers during the first 5 overs, but the next 5 overs, the runs have come in at a... Mind you, these are not professional cricketers, obviously playing under heat. So the couple last has been quite a bit of heat, and there you go, that's gone. So another wicket goes down. This time a stumping effort. Good work from the wicketkeeper behind the stumps, and Rajiv Garg collects his first wicket in this match. And Venezia strikers losing their third wicket. It's 65 for 3 now. And Nikhil, after being there for 20 deliveries, will have to depart. It's 65 for 3. Right, so 65 for 3. Last ball of this over coming up. It has been a successful over from Rajiv Garg. They worked away down towards the third man reach and should look for the second run as well. There we go. They complete a second run. It's a rare sight in this match so far today. But they get the couple of runs. 10 overs completed. It's 67 for 3.
The strikers resume their innings on a 3 down for 66. The halfway stage. Wonder what that was. Wonder whether he got a little bit of bat, but given as byes by the umpire. So extras. Yes. The captain with the ball in hand for GSC. Because Linga. He's got a economy of 5.1 up to now. So he's bowled his first over very well. He's got to back that up in this second over. Meanwhile, the strikers, they've got a lot to do. Bowling leg spin hit through the line. There is a fielder who's running back and he's held on. He didn't look comfortable under the ball, but he just kept going. He stuck his hands out and he managed to stay within the boundary. The end that is fourth wicket down for the strikers. They're 67 for 4. It's Aniket Patel that has to depart. They've got a lot of rebuilding to do. Yamit Parmar, the new batsman for the strikers, is joining Hardik Matalia, who's betting on 22. Full toss, drag down to deep mid. So off the mark straight away is Parmar. He's got his intentions clear. Yamit Palmer. And Hardik Matalia has to continue the same way that he's been batting so far. He's got to access the leg side. A lot of open spaces. Hits it straight. But the fielder had long off, cutting it off. Confusion in the middle. That is a complete lack of communication from Hardik Matalia. He was ball watching. He thought there was 4. but in the end, almost selling his mid down the river. Going again, but this time Yorking himself. Good bowling this from the captain. Not giving an inch to the batters. 1 for 7 in his to his second over. That's hit sweetly by Matalia and is headed a long way onto the green pavilion. What a shot that was from Matalia. Cleared his front leg and had a wild swing at it. Nonetheless, picking up a very important maximum. The end of 11. The strikers are 4 down for 74. Worked away onto the leg side. Dick Matalia. But what a way to get a boundary. How sweetly was that timed. I thought there was a single, to be fair. But placed it really well. He's batting on his own terms at the moment. Mind you, there was Yamit Palmer. Just walked into the crease. He's sort of showing that he can bat too. Batting without a helmet to the fast bowler, so he's got a little bit of courage. Wonder if the fast bowlers would look to go short. There are a couple fielders on the leg side on the boundary. Trying to hit down the ground. Gives the strike to Matalia now. Hit hard down the ground by Matalia. Batting well, these two. Very capable batters in the middle. Capable of hitting those boundaries. Matalia with a swing down the ground. A lot of work to do for the outfielders. Get a couple of runs, so they've saved well. His running is a bit lazy. Matalia saying no to everything. Doesn't really seem like he's fond of running. He's finding it tough to run. He's got a little bit of cramps. As can't blame the non-striker for that, really. He's fresh off his legs and he's just trying to get the runs on offer. So Matalia's fitness to blame, and that's the end of 12 overs. Strikers are 4 for 85. Five wides there for the opposition. Whilst Hardik Matalia is struggling with his cramps. It's very humid here in Colombo. So it's fair enough on him, to be fair, to be struggling with cramps. Races away for a boundary. This is a poor start to the over for Meet Shah. A little bit wide and through the legs of the keeper as well, so it beat everything. And the fielder at short fine leg has been moved a little bit finer. Hits it on the upper. Does Amit. Just a single down to deep mid. That gives the strike. In the end, it's taken actually. I was blinded by the floodlight stand. It was hit on the up to deep mid wicket. I didn't quite get a visual of what was happening at the deep mid wicket region. I thought it was a single, but it's carried all the way. So a timely breakthrough for GSC. They were trying to form a partnership, these two. But in the end, that's the fifth wicket down. They're sort of losing their way a little. 5 for 85. Chirag Shah, the captain, has walked down to the middle to join Hardik Matalia, who was batting at a strike rate of close to 140. Chirag Shah's got to get his team going as Hardik is having a little bit of worries in terms of running. Gets off the mark, looking for overthrows. Not backed up by the fielder. Sloppy from GSC. They've just gotten their fifth wicket. They need to be a little bit more tight. If things going well, got to be a little bit more vigilant. Hits it down the ground. Single for Chirag Shah. Hands the strike to Matalia. Matalia's got to use his power and his timing to full effect now. It's it on the offside. So they're just taking the scoreboard with those singles. It's it hard. Finds the boundary. Through the field at short extra cover. And another boundary as the runs keep on piling for the strikers. As they move closer to that 100-run mark. Love to kick on from here. With these two batting flawlessly in the middle. Chirag Shah's come in and is showcased his potential with the bat. Drop and run. Gets off to the other end and books the strike for the next over. It's 13 done. The strikers 5 for 99. Something on that Chirag Shah. Trying to flick it off his pads almost. Dhaval Shah, who's been reintroduced to the attack. He's gone for 8 in his first over. Look to the better that or replicate it. Well bowled by Dhaval Shah. Beating the batter, all ends up going full and straight. No answers to that. Very humid here in Colombo. Not a lot of wind, so it'll be tough for everyone out there. Flicks it off his pads. There's protection down in deep mid, deep square leg rather. Just a single to Chirag Shah. That's the 100 up for the strikers. It's taken them 13 and a half overs, but they'll be mightily pleased. Natalia goes big. It's gotten air, but falls safe into no man's land. It got more height than distance. There was a sweet sound off the bat, but just not quite getting it off the middle of the bat. Tells you about good these bats are. Shah charges down the track, misses it completely. A swing and a miss. Looking for that access to the straight part of the ground. Wild swing almost. His strike rate's dipped a little. Chirag Shah's. Got a boundary off the second or third delivery he faced, but from there on he hasn't really found a measure to kick on. Again, swing and a miss. Full and straight goes Dhaval Shah. And completes another. 14 done. The strikers 101 for 5. Hits it on the upper. There's no protection behind cover point, so timely boundary for the strikers. They needed that. And almost nothing going their way up to now. But a very important boundary in the context of the game. I want to pile up a lot more runs, to be honest. It's not the easiest. It's not the easiest of batting pitches, and it's a power surge for these couple of overs. They're going to make maximum use of it. And what a shot, just as I've said. He's proved another statement. Chirag Shah. The power surge, so just two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. And making maximum use of this. Has been given a free license to go after the bowling. It wasn't Chirag Shah, it was Matalia, who was hit a 4 and a 6 of consecutive deliveries. So that's back-to-back boundaries for Matalia, showcasing his might. Is striking at 160. 2 sixes and 5 fours. See what he brings to the table. So wideish long on and a straightish long off in place. Pulling to the strengths of the batsman. Another swing from Hardik Matalia. Once again into the gap and another boundary. He's acing this Matalia. Everything he's touched has turned to gold. Moves on to 49. Hardik. It's a good pace of that one. He's batting with a lot of intent out in the middle. And he'll look to pile up a lot more runs. He was cramping up, but I'm sure he'll want to continue for his team. Now, this is the long off that's been brought inside the 30-yard circle. There's a deep mid-wicket and a deep long on in place. So they've added an extra layer of protection on the leg side. And he goes to exactly the same position, exactly to the fielder. The gamble has worked for GSC. They placed the fielder just for that shot. And Matalia has fallen to the trap. A couple of fours and a six prior to that. He tried to access that region yet again, falling just short of his 50. In vain for Hardik Matalia as he goes for 49. The strikers 6 down for 115. Victoria, the new batsman, that's just come in place of Matalia. Raghav Rathi picking up his first wicket of the game. Charging down the ground, just short of the fielder at long on. Tensions from the batsman on to attack. That finishes the 15th. Strikers on 16 for 6.
Right, so 116 runs on the board. Now lost 6 wickets. Two fairly new batters out there in the middle. Bhavik Daria and Chirag Shah. And just like that, the 7th wicket goes down. 116 for 7 now. That was touched too close to his body to play it across. And just clipping that top of off. Daria is gone for 1. It's 116 for 7 now.
Thank you.
Mayank is the new batter in 116 for 7. Heading into the last, we're already in the last 5 overs. And Meet Shah bowling his third over. Already picked up 3 wickets. He's been the standout performer with the ball in hand. Quick single. Good run in between the wickets there. Now Bouquet Plo, Meet Shah, has been quite outstanding today. 3 wickets for just 15 runs so far. Worked away on towards the onside. That's the end of the over. Another good over there from Meet Shah. Just 3 runs coming off from that one. 16 overs done. 119 for 7. That's a good looking shot. Not reach the fielder down in the deep. But the intentions are quite clear now. Chirag Shah trying to chase away the bowlers at the moment. Venezia strikers now 119. And again this time a much better hit. But the fielder has taken the catch. Right, so there we go. The 8th wicket goes down. The same exact region that he was targeting, but this time around he got touched too much power behind that shot. Just not enough to clear the boundary, but just enough to find that fielder down in the deep, because the previous shot from him didn't really reach the fielder, but this time it reached the fielder, but not quite enough to get it all the way towards the boundary as well. So 8th wicket goes down for 120 now.
Thank you.
Ankur is the new batter in. Hammered away this time, but straight into the hands of the fielder. Couldn't get it past him. Ankur Agraval. Punched off the back foot again, but this time again straight into the hands of the fielder. This is good from Rajiv Garg. He already picked up a couple of wickets. Tossed up. This time worked away towards the more squarer part of the wicket. And that's the end of the over. 17 overs done, 122 for 8. 3 more to go.
Thank you. 이런 데면 남이 돼요. आपको नागपाल नहीं अमित शाह सर्दी
Amit Shah is the new bowler.
yes sir yes
He's going to bowl the 18th over. There's bowled 3 overs. None for 21. Going for a big shot. There's a fielder. And no chance for him. He gets a boundary. First ball of the over from Amit Shah. Touch to shot. And Chirag Shah, who's been out there for 15 deliveries, sees the ball well and played it across the line of the delivery. It goes all the way for a boundary. Off the edge. No harm done, just a single. Once again coming down the track. Trying to go for a big heave towards that mid-wicket region. Missed out on an opportunity there. We get another single this time. 128 wicket 8යි 17යි බෝල 3යි. That's a good shot. There's a fielder. Not carried through all the way towards the fielder down in the deep. So it'll be just a single. That's up in there. A chance for the fielder. And he takes it quite comfortably at the end. And the 9th wicket goes down just like that. It's 129 for 9 now. It's 129 for 9. The new batter is Kunal Mehta. And Amit Shah completes his quota of 4 overs, 1 wicket for 28. A decent performance from him. Punch out the ground. Vikas Linga to bowl the 19th over, 129 for 9. Need to push for anything beyond 140 here. That should be the target. Should come closer to that 150 mark as much as possible. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Okay, couple of runs. No, just to say, in fact, they're coming back for the second run. Yeah, not the best of the throws there from the fielder. Another short pitch delivery. There's a fielder down in the deep, so we'll cut it down for just a single. Now the score goes up to 132. That's up in there. Well, they're coming back for the second run. Again, not the best of the throws from the fielder down in the deep. So 2 run-out chances gone down there for the GSC cricket team. This time it's up in there. Oh! For a moment, I thought the fielder inside the 30-yard at that covers region was in contention to take that catch, but it's gone all the way for a boundary. I worked away towards the onside. We'll take a single there. Right, so 19 overs done. It's 140 for 9. We got one more over to go. And Chirag Shah to make sure that it's him that is on strike for the most part of this last over. If Venezia strikers need to push beyond 150 here. Vikas has completed his 3 overs. It will be a bowling change That's interesting. A new bowler being brought in to bowl the 20th over, and he starts off with giving a boundary. Nishil Mittal. Well, how often do you see your captain handing the ball for a new bowler? Ask him to bowl the last over. But Chirag Shah welcomes him to the party with a boundary. Another short pitch delivery, but this time Chirag Shah couldn't get under the ball properly that time. But that gives a strike to Kunal Mehta. This time he goes up in there. A chance for the bowler himself, and he takes it. And he finishes things off in style. Nishil Mittal, who's bowling his first over, the last over of the game. And he completes his total. So 145 all out. .145 all out in 19.3 overs. That's where Venezia strikers will finish off their innings. And that gives a target for GSC cricket team, a target of 146 to get in their 20 overs. It's been a collective effort from the bowlers to restrict Venezia strikers for 145. In terms of batting, Hardik Matalia is a standout performer, missing out on his half century by just one run. And Chirag Shah scoring 29 off 24. With the ball in hand, 3 wickets for Meet Shah and couple of wickets for Rajiv Garg. They've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bowlers being used to bowl these 20 overs. But the bowlers have done a good job to restrict Venezia strikers for 145. Right, so we'll take a short break. And after that, we'll see GSC cricket team chasing things down. And their target is 146 in 20 overs.
A very good afternoon as we're all set to begin the final innings of this Zooters Tour to Sri Lanka. The GSC cricket team are chasing 146 against the Venezia Strikers. And what a shot that is from Chirag Jain. Just as he's come to the crease off the legs. What a pickup that was. Very pleasing to the eye. Just as we've started things for the finale. Final innings of the Zooters Tour to Sri Lanka 2026. And it was a really good one. We've had 4 days of enthralling cricket. 4 days of competitive cricket. It's all down to this last innings. Hit down to the leg side by Akshish Trivedi to start things for the Venezia Strikers. They could only manage 145, the Strikers. So, in defense of 146, need to be a little bit tighter with the ball. They can't afford to lose momentum with the ball, and shift of momentum is what the opposition requires. Hit hard. Placed well by Chirag, who's continuing in his good form. It was a boundary to start with, and hit a couple very early on, so making full use of these early overs is Chirag Jain. On the other end is Ram Goenka, the wicketkeeper for GSC. GSC are a very strong batting unit, so their confidence in terms of chasing this total should be very high. Defended. Good batting this from Chirag Jain. Hit a couple of boundaries, but is paid respect to a good ball there by Akshish Trivedi. Already 9 runs off this over. Perfect conditions for cricket. Sun is shining. We had a little bit of rain earlier on. Now that's all cleared. The dot, back-to-back dots from Akshish Trivedi. He's trying to come back into the over. Not a cloud in the sky over CCC. Saw glimpses of batting in the first innings. None of the batters able to kick on. Placed to perfection by Chirag Jain. So there's a protection down at deep third man. It'll just be a single, but how good is he playing in the middle? Timing the balls. Not looking for the rash shots. Defending it well. But also in the meantime, picking up those boundaries. It's a must that he continues, because I'm sure everyone's excited to watch him bat. I'm going on strike for the first time today. Akshish Trivedi to finish out his first. It was wide. Good ball from Akshish Trivedi. Going for that wide Yorker early on. So a good comeback from Trivedi to finish out the first. GSC 10 for no loss after 1. So Nikhil Anshalkar for his first over. So he'll bowl the second over for for strikers rather. Early breakthrough would do wonders for his side. Slapped away. Flat. Battered. The flat six for Chirag Jain to start this over. Wasn't all that short. It was a tad bit short onto his hips, and all he had to do was get a little bit of that onto it. And with a short arm jab, it deposits it over the boundary. Chirag Jain with an early statement of authority. It's a treat to watch when he gets going. We'd love to see him kick on. Short ball once again, this time high in the air. Will it have enough legs to reach the boundary? It does, as it trickles away for 4 after 1 bounce. It went miles up in the air. Wasn't in total control, Chirag, but just getting enough of the bat to race away for 4. So a couple of boundaries to start the over, and not a good welcome for Nikhil Anshalkar to the crease as well. So he's got a lot of tidying up to do this over. Chirag Jain looks a complete player. Very solid in defence as well. Oh, beaten for pace almost. Looking to pull that one too, Chirag. Shouldn't get ahead of himself. Should look to defend those good balls, respect the bowler, and play the ball of its merit. Let's like bye for GSC. A shot. Almost swiveled on to the leg side. A no ball called by the umpire. So a free hit for Chirag Jain. So the batsman crossed, which allows the fielding side to change their field. But we know the power of Chirag. If he gets this the middle of the bat, there's no stopping him. Shot from Chirag. Doesn't get enough connection. Just a single off the free hit. So I was looking to access that leg side. No run this time around. .24 for no loss. So with the ball remaining in the second over, slapped straight to the fielder. So no run, a top ball to end the over. After 2, GSC are none for 24. Trivedi to continue. Looking to help that one on its way. Chirag couldn't get a bat on that one. If he did, it would have been more runs for GSC. Would have gotten them rolling. A little bit too wide, of course. Too straight by Akshish. Yorker, well bowled. But scooped out by the batter for a single. So Chirag keeping the scoreboard moving. The strike rate of 222 at the moment. I'm going still to find his groove. The wicket keeper batsman for GSC. The 121 required of the next 18 overs. The run rate wouldn't be a problem for them. It's how quickly they can get that, unless the strikers pick up wickets just like that. Brilliant Yorker by Akshish Trivedi. Castling Ram Goenka, who really never got going. That's the fall of the first wicket for GSC. The strikers needed that desperately as the first one bites the dust. GSC 1 for 26. Jai Kedia, the new batter for GSC, is coming in number 3. Saw how powerful he is with the bat yesterday. Can he be of assistance to the batter at the other end? Hits it high. A lot of work to do for the mid-off fielder, who runs back in attempt to catch that, but evades him well, so gets off the mark straight away. Not quite getting the middle of the bat, but just enough connection to clear the infield. Nonetheless, he gets off strike and hands the strike to Chirag Jain, who has got 3 balls remaining in this over. Off the hips, worked away onto the leg side. So another single to Chirag Jain, running the first one hard, looking for that 2. But wonder if there were a couple misfields in the deep, because looking at the body language, I'm blinded obviously by the floodlights. So another boundary for Chirag Jain. He just keeps finding a way to score those boundaries. It wasn't hit all that hard, and I really thought the fielder would catch up, but he found the gap and he's earned himself another boundary. Just trickling away for 4. Oh, a swing and a miss from Chirag. Chirag is at 5 boundaries so far, 4 fours and a 6. So striking at above 200. It's a treat to watch when he gets going. Ooh, beaten for pace, but a little too wide by Akshish. He'll have to re-bowl his final delivery this over. He's gone for 17 in his 2, so an economy of close to 10. And not to be happy about that, but he's picked up a crucial wicket. And, sending back the opener. It was a brilliant ball that just exploiting that Yorker region and earning a well-earned breakthrough. Well defended. Looking to drop the bat on that Chirag Jain. So that finishes 2 overs, 3 overs for GSC. 1 down for 32. That's the equation. 114 of 102. And these two batters are instrumental for them. With couple of field changes for Jai Kedia, who's also an explosive batsman. Is short in stature, but definitely packs a punch. Wide by the umpire. The batsman having a conversation with the leg umpire, and due to field placements, a no ball has been called. An extra man has been positioned outside the 30-yard circle. Mind you, it's still the first 4 overs, it's still the power play, so they cannot position 2 outside the 30-yard circle. Another wide, so he'll have to bowl that, re-bowl it. So it's still a free hit for Jai Kedia. He scored 100 yesterday. Jai Kedia. And struck it to all parts of the ground. And these two in the middle, Chirag and Jai. What a treat we're going to have on the final day of the Zooters tour. What a shot. Just evading the fielder at mid-off, who almost pluck it out of thin air, but well saved. Just putting it back in. Doesn't go for 4. Couple of runs for Jai Kedia off the free hit. Want to find his groove. Kedia. Kedia is capable of striking hard, especially on the front side of the wickets. Deceived. Looking to work it away on the leg side. He went outside of stump trying to access the ball, but missing out there. His partner striking close to 200. Clacks it straight down the ground. Beating the fielders. It will run for 4. What a shot that was, Jai Kedia. He's got a little bit of Nisanka really. Standing straight to the ball and thrashing it down the ground. Short in stature. Definitely packs a punch. Wow. What a shot by Jai Kedia, hitting the side screen. Even he's admiring his own shots. Jai Kedia. That was a very full ball, and he got underneath it exceptionally. This is a prolific batting from Kedia. Certainly eye-pleasing. Full toss. Just a single down to short extra cover, but what a shot that was from Jai Kedia. Could talk about it over and over again. The follow-through off the bat was sensational. Now, Chirag Shah, who picks it up off his legs in the air. But just evading the fielder at deep mid-wicket. Magnificent six. Very good over for GSC. They're on a roll as they complete the first power play and also bring up their 50. So they've taken them 4 overs after 4, 1 for 53. The equation's down to 93 of 96 for GSC. Down the track, Jai Kedia gets it on the full. What a shot. But what are we seeing here? Thought that was a maximum. Got it off the full. Honestly, it surprised everyone. Really got good connection there, Jai Kedia, but his hold out to the fielder at deep mid wicket. It was flighted up in the air by Kunal Mehta. What an unfortunate way to get out for Jai Kedia. That's the fall of the second wicket. They're 53 for 2. Bowling it very slow is Kunal. Not giving the batters anything. They aren't getting the pace to work with for those big shots. So it's up to Chirag Jain now. Is joined by Jignesh Patel. Chirag Jain off the back foot again. Not getting the pace on the ball. The bowler having to do all the work, looking for that too, but good work by the bowler in running back and getting the ball. So crucial times for GSC. They can't afford to lose another couple of wickets, because if that happens, the game will turn on its head. We've seen that on a couple of occasions across the past 4 days. Bowling a lot like Sunil Narayan. Waiting on the ball is Jignesh Patel, identifying that he's going very slow. Wonder what Chirag Shah will do. He can't afford to take a risk in targeting the leg side boundary. We have a very big leg side boundary, so he'll have to go straight if he's going to target. Not almost moving on to the offside. In the end, just judged wide by the umpire. I wonder what Chirag Jain would look to do. Again, going on to the offside. Looking for a couple of runs. Hit to a cover point, really. So another couple added to the scorecard. Looking to switch, hit that one. Misfield by the fielder at cover point. And he'll pick up a boundary. Not the ideal way he'd want it, but in the end, making full use of his scoring opportunities. So that's 5 done. GSC has 63 for 2.
Right, so 63 for 2 in 5 overs. It's been a fiery start for the GSC cricket team. Within the first 5 overs, they go in excess of 10 runs per over. All thanks to Chirag Jain, who's absolutely dominating the proceedings here. 38 of 17 for him, 5 fours and 2 sixes. Oh, another opportunity for Chirag Jain there. This time couldn't really capitalize on it that much. Yamit Parmar bowling his first over. Bit of leg spin, this time a good delivery, trying to cut that ball down, but it was touch too close to his body. 64 for 2. And it's been given as a no ball, this one. And it'll be a free hit. Couldn't get under the ball properly that time, Chirag Jain. Again, that hard length from the bowler Yamit. Oh, gone. What was he trying to do, Chirag Jain? That's a very unfortunate dismissal there. He was trying to play it down towards that square leg region, but it only ended up crashing onto his stump. So as a result now, the third wicket goes down for 65. Chirag Jain is gone for 38 off 22 deliveries. It's been a good knock from him, but a very unfortunate way to get dismissed. And he's gone for 38. It's 65 for 3. $65 for 3. They need 81 more runs. That's the equation, 81 of 85 for the GSC cricket team. Now they got plenty of overs remaining to get this 81. The last ball of this over. A tossed up delivery. Played it on the up. Might go all the way for a boundary. Ah yes, it's gone all the way for a boundary. It was a juicy full toss there from Yamit Parmar. Not the kind of delivery you would expect to bowl at a newcomer. But it was a very friendly delivery from him. So 6 overs completed. It's 69 for 3. Well, how about that for a shot from Patel? A very slow delivery down the leg side. And you don't often see shots like these in cricket, but then it's effective. There's no one down in the deep fine leg region. So it's just a slap towards the fine leg region. Kunal Mehta. That time it's down the leg side. And it's been missed by the wicket keeper. And it's gone all the way for a boundary. It's a no ball as well. A no ball for throwing, if I'm not mistaken. I saw the gesture there there we go, from the wicket keeper, rather the umpire. Has been called no ball for throwing, if I'm not mistaken. Right, so it's going to be a free hit, and the ball has gone all the way for a boundary, offer for bye as well. It's punched on the ground. Should go all the way for a boundary. Now it's been stopped down in the deep. So just a couple of runs added to the total there. Trying to work that ball down towards the third man this time, but missed out on an opportunity there. This time cut down for just a single. So 81 for 3. Got one more delivery remaining in this over for Kunal Mehta. There's been touch expensive 18 runs given away. Off the leading edge. No chance for the fielders down in the deep. Seven overs completed. It's 85 for 3. Punched out the ground, but couldn't really find the boundary this time. Oh, that's a very poor delivery. Worked away towards the onside. And they're coming back for the second run. A complete mix-up. This could be tied, but then again, not the best of the throws there from the fielder down in the deep. This time it's given as wide. Yamit Parmar bowling his second over. He picked up a wicket in his very first over. Now just 57 runs away from victory. GSC. Now this is where, in a situation like this, where you have lost a couple of wickets in quick succession, the runs that you scored in the power play, oh, that's a good looking shot. But then again, there's a fielder down in the deep. And they're coming back for the second run again. Again, not the best of the throws. Oh, it's up in there. This could be a chance. Oh, it's taken. Well. He was hit so well, but he just couldn't find the boundary. And the fielder almost made a fumble out of it, but he kept his cool. And the fourth wicket goes down just like that. 92 for 4 now. Nishil Mittal trying to clear the boundary down the ground, but a good catch from the fielder down in the deep. Right, so 8 overs done. It's 92 for 4. Venezia strikers slowly but steadily creeping their way in. But the problem here is they don't have much runs to defend. Just 54 runs to defend. They've already got 4 wickets. So it'll be a very interesting last 12 overs here. That's been given as a wide. I worked away nasty this time. but couldn't really find the bat there. It just came off the pad, says the umpire as well. The 100 is up for the GSC cricket team in 8.3 overs. 8.4, I beg your pardon. This time he goes for a big shot on the onside. And it's gone all the way for a boundary, is it? Yes, there we go. Confirmation from the umpire. Slightly short and slightly straight as well. Just played it across the line. And it's gone all the way for a boundary. Oh, misfield. This will allow the batters to go for a single. They were initially not planning to go for that single, but that misfield triggered them to go for that. And that's the end of the over as well. 9 overs completed. It's 108 for 4. Right, so just 38 more runs required now. Oh, that's a juicy full toss. It's a 6.
Thank you, sir.
Jignesh Patel. Dhaval Shah, that was. A juicy full toss being hammered down the ground for a maximum. Yeah, the score goes up to 114. 114 for 4. It's another big shot. And it's gone this time. One bounce into the boundary line. A 6 and a 4 now. $118 for 4 now. A 6 and a 4 in this over has taken down what is required for GSC down to 28. And they finish things off here within the next 2 to 3 overs. And the deliveries, the 2 deliveries from Aniket Patel is not really helping the cause for Venezia strikers. You cannot afford to bowl those full tosses at this stage. He's bowling his first over. And again, it's a 6. It's a maximum. 6 for 6 in this over. And the Valshah is in a hurry here to finish things off. Now just 22 runs away from victory, GSC. What a hand Dhaval Shah is playing. 20 runs off just 7 deliveries. 2 fours and 2 sixes to his name. And here's Aniket Patel to bowl the 4th ball of this over. Has been given as a wide. So 15, or rather 16. A top ball and then another 6. Right, so 10 overs completed. And it's 133 for the loss of 4 wickets.
Overs done. GSC cruising. 133 for 4. Scoring at 13.3. At a chase of 146. And this victory is not too far away. Dhaval Shah is betting on 27 off 10. And he's striking them big. What a shot. Clearing the front foot. Just getting a very good hold of that shot. This is sensational batting from these two in the middle. Good T20 cricket. Exciting T20 cricket. We're seeing this the latter part of the day. What an end to this tour. These two are going all guns ablaze. Acquiring just 6. Creamed on the offside this time. Along the ground by Dhaval Shah. A 6 and a 4. Require just 2 now. What a stellar show with these two. Chase of 145. They're doing it in 11 overs with 9 overs to spare. They scored 231 yesterday, batting first. And this team of batting pillars showcasing again and again they're capable of. Dhaval Shah's striking at 300 plus. 2 to win. Short ball placed and in the gap. That's it at the CCC. GSC finish off a comprehensive victory of 6 wickets to demolish the Venezia strikers. They do it with 57 balls to spare. And what batting that was from Dhaval Shah and Jignesh Patel to finish off the Zooters' 7th tour to Sri Lanka. It was a sensational performance from the 2 batters in the middle, and especially that of GSC cricket team. Have outplayed Venezia strikers. They've won by 6 wickets. So Venezia strikers posting 145 all out in their first innings. But it was GSC that won with 6 wickets to spare. Chirag Jain, Jai Kedia, Jignesh Patel and Dhaval Shah, the chief contributors in demolishing the bowling attack of the Venezia strikers. So that's it for the Zooters tour to Sri Lanka 2026. It's been a definite success. And we've seen 4 days of intense cricketing action in Colombo. And I'm sure they'll be mightily pleased with how they've performed. So we'll meet again very soon. Until then, goodbye.